Oh, yes. I just wanted every school district to realize, okay, that if they're employing any individual as a teacher that is entrusted with the care of other children, yes, and they decided, well, we're going to issue it anyway. You would think that they'd be competent. Well, you're going to remove it. And then I'm going to sue every school district that has any knowledge of the. Well, I did email the civil rights coordinators. Yes, I did email superintendents. I emailed 3 school districts: Port Angeles, Sequim, and Port Townsend. The same police departments that I emailed on November 15th of 2015. And I informed them that the petitioner didn't sign it. I wasn't given any due process, and you issued it for 10 years. Now, you would have thought, when they realized that I was a financial consultant, an actual stockbroker, that they would have taken it upon themselves to remove the court order. Now, today you're getting sued, yes, for violating the contractual obligation, yes, to make sure that one of the two parties does want what the court gives them. And when you say that the petitioner's incompetent for not appearing in court, yes, and you say I'm incompetent for not wanting notice of court hearings, and then you're so incompetent as to use a forgery, I'm thinking that the insurable interest of what's in the best interest of every child in every school district is going to be exploited by myself so as to be able to sue each and every school district. Now, I didn't email anybody in Brennan, Washington. Yeah. I wasn't in Brennan, Washington on June 16th of 2017. I wasn't in Sequim, Washington on December 31st of 2015. Ouch. And you refused to admit the evidence, and instead you decided to say that I was mentally ill or mentally defective for realizing the requirement of the law to have a signature of any person that motions a court. Unless, of course, you as a court decided she was incompetent. That would mean the school district had decided that she was incompetent. The state of Washington has decided she's incompetent. Yes. And every state of the United States had decided that all their teachers are incompetent. Now, your abuse of power and authority has really overruled the certification and teaching requirements of every teacher of every school. You would think that if they're competent enough to teach pupils, yes, they're competent enough to know when they want to appear in court and when they don't. Yes. Now, it seems gratuitous, done or performed without obligation to do so. Given without consideration in circumstances that do not otherwise impose a duty. Somewhat gratuitous on the part of the court. You did perform without obligation. You gave without consideration in the circumstances that did not impose the duty of only issuing court orders that petitioners want. Now, unless you well, it was gratuitous. It was above and beyond what was expected of the court. That's right. Now, thank you, Brent Baston, for deciding that every teacher in the United States is mentally incompetent as to be able to appear for their own court hearings. Yes. And then your use of forgeries to teach them the lesson that there's no possible